Many Canadians have that number in their head, right? You know what I'm talking about? The magic number you've been told that you need to have to retire. And maybe it's $1 million, maybe it's two, maybe it's more. Maybe it's just enough to feel like you've finally made it. Yet you've seen the articles, you've seen the retirement calculators, even your bank's dashboard telling you how close you are to your goals before you can actually pull the pin. But here's the problem. That number that you're obsessing over, it doesn't actually mean what you think it means. It doesn't matter whether your savings balance is 500 grand or 3 million. That lump sum alone doesn't guarantee freedom, security, or even the peace of mind of retirement that you're probably looking for. Now, I see it all the time. Retirees hit their number, whatever that might be, and they still don't feel like they're ready to stop working. Others who never hit that number, but they live comfortably, confidently, and they leave a legacy behind. Truth be told, you are going to leave a legacy behind, but is it the one that you want to leave? So what's the difference in these two? It's not the portfolio size, it's the structure of the plan and the confidence in it. And that's what I want to break down in this video today. The truth about the number that everybody's chasing and the three numbers that actually matter far more for your retirement success. Hi again, I'm Ivan Dory, President of Solid State Wealth. If you would like to see what this can look like for you in your retirement planning, how to turn your savings into a guaranteed, sustainable, reliable, tax-efficient income, please book a time with me. The link, as always, is in this description below. Part 1. Why the big number doesn't tell the full story. So let's start with the myth itself, the idea that there's a single dollar amount that guarantees a comfortable retirement. It sounds simple and reassuring, right? It's great, but it's also very dangerously misleading. Two retirees with the exact same amount saved can have completely different outcomes with a few factors involved. Some factors are how they draw down their savings, how much tax they'll pay, when they choose to start taking CPP and OAS, and how long they actually live. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine two couples, each with $1 million saved. Couple A withdraws from their RSP first, they push to CPP, they delay it, and they gradually move money from their registered plan, their RSPs, to their TFSA. Now, couple B starts CPP early, they draw randomly from their RSPs, they ignore their tax strategy altogether. Now, after 20 years, couple A could still have $700,000 left. Couple B, they might even be completely out of money. Same number, two totally different results. That's why your success in retirement isn't about how big your account balance is. It's about how efficiently that money turns into a lifetime income for you. Part 2, the real problem. Thinking in accumulation, not income. So for your working years, you've been told to save, invest, watch your portfolio grow very diligently. And that mindset, it does make sense while you're working. But once you retire, that entire game gets flipped. It's no longer about how much you've built up, it's about how you'll spend it safely. So think of retirement like climbing a mountain. Getting to the top of that mountain or building your wealth is the hard part. It takes your lifetime. But coming down off that mountain or spending the wealth can be even harder. Which one could go faster for you? If you've saved $1 million, the question isn't, is that enough? The question needs to be, how can I turn this into a reliable paycheck that lasts for 25 or 30 years without overpaying in tax? And that's where most people can go wrong. They say, you know what, I'll just take 5% a year from my investments. But what happens when the markets drop? Or when RIF withdrawals push you into that higher tax bracket? Without a plan for how these withdrawals interact with your CPP, your OAS, taxation, you could lose tens of thousands of dollars, completely unnecessary, even if you hit your desired number. So the truth is, wealth isn't what you have, it's what you can keep. After tax, after inflation, after bad timing. Part 3, the three numbers that actually matter. So if that big retirement number isn't the goal, what should you actually be tracking? Well, here are three numbers that really define your financial independence in retirement. Number 1, your net after-tax income. You have to forget what you withdraw and focus on what you keep. Quick example, if you pull 80K from your RIF, but you lose 25,000 to tax, you're really only living on 55. But with the right strategy, blending in your RSPs with your TFSAs and your non-reg investments, you might pay only 10 grand in tax. It's like giving yourself a 20% guaranteed raise without taking on any more investment risk at all. Number 2, your guaranteed income floor. Now, this is your safety net, the income that's steady no matter what the markets do. So your CPP, your OAS, pensions, if you are lucky enough to have one, annuities, corporately owned life insurance, all of that form part of this guaranteed foundation. So when your basic lifestyle is covered by guaranteed sources, you can invest the rest more confidently for growth. You can stop worrying about market swings and start focusing on enjoying your life. Number 3, tax diversification. If every dollar you've saved is inside an RSP, you don't just have a tax problem, you have a future tax time bomb. Once you hit 71, your RSP becomes a RIF, and the CRA forces you to take that money whether you need it or not. So that's why creating a tax-free and after-tax income source through your TFSA, permanent life insurance inside of a corp, gives you more control. It helps avoid those OAS clawbacks. It smooths out your retirement income, and it lets you leave more to your family instead of to the government. Part 4, a real-world example. So let's compare 2 retirees. We'll call them Robert and Tanya, both aged 65, with $1 million saved. So Tanya keeps all of her money in her RSP until she's 71, when it converts to a RIF. Now she has these mandatory withdrawals that push her income high enough to lose part of her OAS and pay more tax. Now Robert starts with smaller withdrawals. He does it early, and he shifts some of that money he doesn't need into his TFSA, and he delays his CPP until 70. By 85, Robert's taxes are lower, his income that's guaranteed is higher, and his net worth is greater. Even though they started with the same amount of savings, Tanya focused on the number, and Robert focused on the plan. Part 5, the hidden risk. Now, emotional traps, they can get you. When we think about around enough money, it's a problem by chasing that number. It can often make people work longer than they need to. You could say to yourself, once I hit $2 million, I'm going to retire. But life doesn't always wait for your spreadsheet or your time frame. Health can change, priorities would shift. What if you have grandkids? Irony is, many retirees can end up underspending because they're afraid of running out. Even when the math might be right, it shows that they're perfectly fine. They're still scared. A well-structured income plan doesn't just save you in tax, it gives you permission to enjoy what you've spent your whole life to build. Traveling, to give without wondering, can I afford this? It's what true financial freedom looks like. So part 6, what you should really be asking yourself. Instead of saying, how much do I need to retire? Start asking, how much after-tax income do I need each month? How can I protect that income from market downturns and rising taxes? How can I make sure that my money lasts longer than I do? When you plan around those questions, not a lump sum target, you build a retirement that's personal, it's flexible, and it's sustainable. That magic number might make good for headlines or seeing that number on paper or screen, but it's not a good strategy. Retirement success isn't about a single total. It's about a system that can turn your savings that you've grown into dependable, tax-efficient income for your whole life. If you would like to see a personalized strategy that goes beyond the number to actually show you how to spend with confidence and keep more of what you've earned, book a time with me. The link is in this description below, and I'd be happy to help. See you in the next video. Have a great day.